Well, this morning, this class is about fear. And it's about, facing fear. Yes. So let's do a little breathing here. We'll just do some regular Durga yoga breath, 3-part breath. Inhale and exhale. Continue with that. Fear lives in the future and draws us out of the present. This practice helps us learn to get in touch with emotions and stay with them and be present. When you become aware of your fear and how it affects your body, you are bringing your mind back to the present. When you become aware of your fear and how it affects your body, you are bringing your mind back to the present. You can then use your breath to step outside the fear and gain some perspective on it. So let's try, we're going to do some pauses in our breath today. So let's try inhaling 6, pausing 7, exhaling 8. And when we exhale 8, it'll be a swish. Exhale 8. Inhale 6. Pause 7. Exhale 8. Inhale 6. Pause 7. Exhale 8. Now let's do some more of that breathing with a pause in the middle. And let's just notice on that swish, on that exhale, we can release fear, we can release anxiety. Now sit quietly in your comfortable position. If it's not comfortable, make adjustments. Breathe deeply and slowly, releasing all thoughts as they pass into your mind. Now visualize fear or negativity, anxiety, leaving the body as you exhale. Imagine peace and confidence returning to the body with each inhale. So inhale peace and confidence, exhale fear and anxiety. Inhale peace and confidence. Exhale fear and anxiety. Do not allow the mind to dwell on fearful or negative thoughts. Doesn't mean that we don't recognize them, notice them, feel them, allow them, but we don't grab them. And we don't push them away. While inhaling, think uplifting thoughts. So let's try this. I am confident and happy, and I can achieve my goals. Let's inhale. I am confident and happy and can achieve my goals. I am confident and happy and can achieve my goals. There is a practice in ancient yoga, and it is this practice of noticing when negativity or fear comes to play and just simply stating the opposite. So let's try it again. I am confident and happy and can achieve my goals. It doesn't mean that we are ignoring the fear. We feel the fear, we feel the anxiety. But we also counter it with another message to the self. I am well and confident. There's nothing to fear. We have to be aware of fear in order to allow it to dissipate and float away. Some people would say we have to face the stampede of elephants coming at us. And Rosa Parks said that she discovered that once her mind was made up, once she was decisive about something, she was no longer afraid. Then we'll come to table where we generally start. Do a little cat-cow just to warm up. Often, if we can really dig down, we can demystify our fear. What we thought we were afraid of. Maybe there's something else underlying it. I was doing this mental work while I was gardening. And I realized that I'm just the fear that, or the anxiety that I feel has as a root the fear of being invisible. Not having any value. And not having anyone else notice my value. Not silly, but that's it. It's very old. It goes way back. Now let's lower the arms and come down to a melting heart, a surrender. I experience the fear, but at the same time, I acknowledge my confidence. I am confident. Now we're going to come into a cobra pose. So just bring your belly down, place your hands under your shoulders. Let's graze the forehead, the nose, the chin. We'll come up just to a low cobra here. So in this sequence, we're going to do a lot of standing poses and a lot of back bends. Opening the heart, learning to stand confidently in our own power. Now let's lower down. And let's come back to child's pose. Feels good to get that stretch for me. I'm having a lot of issues with my formerly known as frozen shoulder. And I really think that I'm afraid I'm just diminishing, my body's diminishing. And maybe it is. But I am confident when there is nothing to fear, right? Let's come back to table, and we're going to step the right foot forward in a low lunge. Inhale up, arms overhead, open the chest. I am well and confident. There is nothing to fear. I also watched a movie the other night, and there was nothing in the movie that let you know until you got 2/3 through that a little girl would be raped. Bring your hands to the mat. And that's very, very troubling for me. Now we're going to come into a half split. That means coming up on your heel, extending your leg, and maybe you can come up here, getting a nice stretch in the back of your leg. Maybe you'd like to use blocks. I am well and confident. Fear lives in the future and draws us out of the present. It steals our present. Bring your hands to the mat and let's slide the right foot back. And we're going to bring the left foot forward, coming up on the heels. I'm going to get my block. Come up on the heel. Maybe use your blocks to steady you. Maybe you don't need them. This is called a half split, half monkey pose, Ardha Humanasana. It is possible to do splits, ladies. I have, and gentlemen. Maybe that's why my body's falling apart. Let's bring that foot to the mat and come into a low lunge once again. And a back bend. Open the chest. I have all these lovely quotes on fear. Joseph Campbell said, "The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek." Oh, interesting. Hand to the mat. We're going to step the right foot forward. And Nelson Mandela said, "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear." We're in a forward fold, but the triumph over it. The brave person is not one who does not feel afraid, but one who conquers that fear. Nelson Mandela. I've got a call, folks. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, we're in forward fold. Let's rise up to Tadasana. We're going to bring our arms overhead. This is a mudra, actually. It's a position for the hands, and it's a very empowering one. Standing in my own power. Keep breathing. And lower the arms. Now, this next little sequence is one to help us sort of feel those emotions and notice changes in our body. So it's a tree pose, but we're going to do a tree pose. Well, I'll tell you in a minute. So I like to have my little support wall here. Maybe I don't even need it, but I think I do. Let's bend the right knee, externally rotated. Now bring your foot to your ankle or to wherever you feel is right for you. I think I'm going to go easy on myself, which is not my usual way of doing things. I'm bringing my foot to my ankle, raising my arms up into a tree. Now, I'm going to close my eyes and notice what it feels like when I start getting tippy, when I start feeling like I might fall over. Can I be with that? Can I tolerate it? Can I face it? Not very well. Feeling tippy isn't easy for me. It's a way of kind of drilling down and finding your breath. And notice, okay, so go back into tree pose with your eyes open. Okay, and notice how that feels. You feel pretty confident, especially, depending on where you are. Feeling fine. Okay, great. Now close your eyes. Notice as your body, the change in your body. You start tipping, you start feeling wavery. Can you experience that tippiness, that feeling of unease? Can you just be with it? Eyes closed, body's tipping, but you just, come to your quiet self. Notice the sensations in the body, the anxiety maybe, and just try to be with it. And lower your hands to the front. Oh, good. Okay. So we're going to do several poses. We're going to place the forehead on a block and not headstand. And we're going to do that because it has a very calming effect on the nervous system. So let's come to a forward fold. Inhale, arms widen out. Ooh. Exhale, folding over. Lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. Now I want you to stack your blocks or your books or whatever you have in such a way that you can rest your forehead on the blocks in a forward fold. Notice the breath. You see, this is grounding. The feet are grounded. Maybe the hands are grounded on the shins or on the mat. The forehead is grounded. And grounding really helps us reduce anxiety. Now, in the tree pose, we were feeling uncertainty for sure in the body and noticing it and trying to stay with it without reacting. And in this pose, we come to groundedness, stillness, reducing anxiety. I think I'll just stay here all day. I won't have to face my weeds. I don't need marijuana either. Okay, we'll come up halfway. And let's move the blocks. And let's fold forward. From here, we're going to step back, right foot back. I have to come to the top of my mat, step my right foot back. And we're going to step the left foot back. And we're going to do a down dog. But guess what? We're going to get the blocks back. And once again, in this down dog, we're going to bring the forehead to the mat. Grounding. Breathing. Calming the body. I am well and confident. Let's lower the knees And push back into child's pose. That mantra, I am well and confident, there is nothing to fear. I can get the first half out, but it's really hard for me to get the second half out. See, there's only something to fear if I imagine it in the future or if I think about it in the past. But if I stay right here in the present, I am well and confident. There is nothing to fear. That's a little better. So once again, we're going to come into a lunge. We're going to try a high lunge. We'll see. Let's step the left foot between the hands. If you want to stand low lunge, absolutely. If you want to tuck the toes and come to high lunge, go for it. It's up to you. It's your body, it's your practice, it's your class. So we're going to rise up. And we're going to bring the hands to the heart. I bring the right elbow to the left thigh. And we're going to go into a revolve lunge. If I stay in the present, I am well and confident, and there is nothing to fear. If I fixate on the past or the future, I can get myself all worked up. Bring your hands to the mat, step your left foot back, come back to child's pose. Back up to table, and we're going to do that high lunge on the other side. Step the right foot forward. You can stand a low lunge or a high lunge. It's your practice, it's your body. Tuck the back toe if you want to come up high. Find stability. Bring your hands to your heart. We're going to bring the left elbow to the right side. Finding stillness. I am well and confident. There is nothing to fear. We have to be aware of our fear to overcome it. Now let's face it. We'll face the stampede. We'll talk back to the stampede. Now bring your hands to the mat. We're going to step the back foot forward in a forward fold. Take your right hand to your left elbow, left hand to right elbow, and let's hang out here for a minute. So the sequence on facing fear, it's not overcoming fear, it's facing fear, managing fear. So it doesn't affect our body, our health, our relationships, our present moment. We'll lift up halfway with long spine. And we'll exhale, fold forward. Inhale, coming up with a flat back. Hands overhead. And stop. So we're standing in our confidence. We're standing in our own power and our own wellness. So we'll come to the middle of the mat. We'll position our body for warrior two, and then we'll go into extended side angle. So let's separate the feet. Turn the left toe out, line up the left heel with the right arch. Bring the right hip back and the left hip forward. Good. All right. Whew. This floor is really lumpy and I have a hard time on it. Bend the left knee, knee over ankle. Okay, extend the arms. We start out in warrior two. Now there's a couple ways to do this. You can bring the forearm of your left arm to your left thigh, or you could bring your left hand to the outside of your left ankle and raise your right arm. Extended side angle. You know, it's really important for us to include these standing poses in our practice. The floor poses are wonderful. The stretching is great, but the standing poses build our strength. So we need it all. Now I'm going to press into my front foot, come back up to warrior two, but then I'm going to extend my left leg. This is where you might need a block or not. So for triangle pose, our feet are the same as in warrior one. Once again, pivot that right hip back and left hip forward. Okay. Extend the left leg. Lengthen the spine before you fold, and then begin to fold over the left side. You could bring your hand to your shin. You could bring your hand to your block. You could bring your hand to the mat. Right arm up. Look up overhead if you like, or look down if you like. I'm standing in my own power. Wow. That quote by Joseph Campbell, "The cave you fear to enter may be the cave that holds your treasure." Huh. Let's bend that left knee. Press into the left foot. Rise up. Now, parallel your feet and bring your feet together. And let's just circle the hips. There's certain parts of this floor that have bumps in them. I think I'm right on one. All right, let's circle the hips. Oh. Okay. Okay, we're going to go into a wide-legged forward fold, and then we'll do those standing poses on the other side. So separate the feet. Knees and toes are pointed in the same direction. You know about rolling the pelvis over. You're not folding from the mid-back. You're not folding from the upper back. You're rolling this pelvis over, and that's going to allow you to fold with a flat back. So let's fold over. And stay right here if you like. You might get a block and rest your forehead on a block for grounding purposes, with a sense of safety and stability. Or you may actually, if you walk forward a little bit and widen your feet, you might get your forehead to the mat. But it depends on you and your body in this moment, what you like to do. Maybe you're ready to come out. It's okay. Maybe you can place, it's easier to place the crown of your head on the mat, or not. Maybe it's not easy at all. Just notice. So I'm going to lift up, hands under my face. I'm going to heel toe my feet together a bit. And with my hands on my hips, I lift up with a flat back. Let's walk the feet together once again before we go to the other side. And we'll just circle the hips. Okay, so let's do, we're going to do extended side angle. Well, we'll go into warrior two, extended side angle, and then triangle on the other side. So feet apart, right toe turned toward the short end of the mat. Left hip comes back. Bend the right knee. And we'll just start out in warrior two. Look out over your fingertips. Your right knee is falling in. Good fix. You need to lower your tailbone. Yes, straighten up. Okay, good. All right. Now I'm going to either bring my right forearm to my right thigh, like this. Extend my left arm. This is an extended side angle. Or you may want to bring your right hand to a block on the outside of your right ankle. Or you might want to raise the left arm, bring the right hand. This is, the right knee is bent because this is extended side angle. It's not triangle. I am well and confident. There is nothing in this present moment to fear. That's as far as I can go. And let's press into the feet and we'll lift up. And come back to triangle pose. So maybe a block on the outside of your right leg foot would feel good. Extend the right leg. Swivel the hips, right hip forward, left hip back. Line up heel to arch. Lengthen through the spine. And then let's begin to fold, fold, fold. Maybe bringing your hand to a block, to your shin, to the mat. Lift your left arm. Look up or look down. And breathe. Holding the pose is really good for us. It's building bone density for one thing. I'm going to bring my left hand to my hip, bend my right knee. Press into the feet as I push back up. So once again, let's bring the feet parallel. We'll do another wide-legged forward fold, only if it feels right to you. I think sometimes when we say that in yoga, people think we're saying, we're not saying what we mean. I really mean it. It doesn't feel good and doesn't feel right. And it's harmful to you. Or if you have some sense of dis-ease about it and you don't want to do it, well, don't do it. If you like to bring your forehead to a block or your crown of your head to a block or to the floor, you could. Inhale and exhale. And maybe the cave I fear to enter is the cave that holds my treasure. Wow. Bring your hands under your face. We're going to lift up to a flat back. Heel toe feet together. A little bit. Come up with a flat back. Oh, okay. Oh, I love this one. This one might be my favorite quote on fear, but they don't know who wrote it. Fears are the stories we tell ourselves. Oh my gosh. Fears are the stories we tell ourselves. Okay, we're coming into a squat, and that's going to be up to you. Well, do you want to sit on a block in your squat or not? Here we come down into our squat. Elbows against the knees, hand in. Here ourselves. Oh my gosh. If I'm not doing something significant, then I don't exist. Invisible. I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. I know where it came from. I know how I got here. It's in being a little girl in the wrong uniform blouse and a worn out uniform jumper and knee socks, bring them up, going across the river, the Potomac River that divides West Virginia from Maryland, and walking my way up these huge steps to a Catholic school where the other children seem to belong, I would say. I got to get over it, guys. It's a long time ago. To deal with our fear, we have to accept it and then begin to drill down and demystify. Kind of like my squats, obviously. Instead of coming out of my squat, I'm going to come to my back. I'm sorry, I'm going to come to my butt. And I'm going to yeah, I forgot to tell you my front tooth was broken off too. And it didn't get fixed until I was 35 years old. Anyway, okay. Besides that, I was hearing impaired, but nobody knew. All right, we're gonna come in. We're gonna come into plank. We're gonna bring our right hand. Now come into a side plank, and this is challenging. So if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Or you could do it, you could modify it. Let me show you how to modify it. So I'm going to come down on my knees and bring my left foot out. I'm going to come up on my right, bring my right hand under my face. And my left foot is now kickstand, and I'm kind of in a modified side plank. If you want to do it, if you want to try it the other way, we're in plank, right hand under the face, balance the legs and the feet, and lift the left arm. Keep breathing. Lower the left hand. Come to your knees. Push back in child's pose. Bring your arms alongside your feet. Whoa. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, anxiety. Inhale. Exhale, fear. So we'll come up and we'll do a side plank on the other side. So I'm turning so you can see. Now maybe your side plank is going to be, you can come up on one knee and just keep one foot down like this. Or you can try to do it the other way. So we start out in plank. We roll over to the left. We stack our legs. We lift our arms. And we breathe. Lower the right hand. Bring the knees to the mat. Push back in a child's pose. Keep breathing. I am confident and well. There is nothing to fear. You see, facing that fear, naming it without clutching it, naming it without running away from it. I can now say there is nothing to fear and believe it. We're going to come to seated. Extend the legs out. Bring the right heel in. Face the left leg. Sit up tall. Lengthen through the spine. Feel your power. And begin to walk forward with a flat back. Leaning with the sternum. Keep breathing. One nice solution in yoga is to come out of a pose and then come back in it. And we'll walk back upright. Extend the right leg and fold the left leg in. I am well and confident. There is nothing to fear. I'm going to, maybe you want to remove the flesh from around the sits bones. That might help you to sit up straight. And I got to move this box. I'm going to fold over the right leg. The elbows are bent. Your shoulders are more likely to stay down. Your back is flat. And let's walk back up. Good. Now bring your legs out in front of you. Hmm. So we'll do stick pose first. Press the backs of your legs, your heels, your calves, your thighs, your hips into the mat. Press the hands alongside the hips into the mat. Engage the belly. Open the chest. Tuck the chin a little to lengthen the back of the neck. Do all that at once. Whoa. And we're going to walk ourselves forward with a flat back. Shoulders are down, elbows are bent. Mm. I am well and confident. There is nothing in this moment to fear. It's only when I conjure it up from the past or the future that I'm afraid. Now let's come upright. And we're going to come to our back for bridge pose. Place the soles of your feet on the mat. Graze the fingertips along the heels so you get the right distance, heel to hip. I tuck my shoulder blades under my back. I'm going to bend my elbows. That's better for me. But if you like to clasp your hands under your back, that's really fine too. So I'm pressing into my upper arms, my feet, and my shoulders as I lift my hips up. So drill down. See if you can find maybe where it started, where it's coming from. But do it in a state. See, that's what yoga does. It puts us in a state of calm, in a state of relaxation, in which we can use that stillness to observe, to drill down, to understand without getting all worked up by it. And sometimes we start crying because we're releasing that energy. But it's a safe place to do it. All right, let's lower down. Bring your back to the mat. Bring your knees in, hugging around your shins. Maybe it feels good to raise your forehead to your knees or not. In any case, you can rock back and forth. And we'll come to our backs. We're going to roll over. One more child's pose. Maybe you like your arms stretched out. Maybe you like bringing your forehead to the mat. Or bringing your forehead to a block. Inhale and exhale. We're going to come to Sukhasana. Sukhasana is easy seat. And cross legs. Your knees are under your heels are under your knees, sort of. Bring the block in front of you, and we're going to fold forward with the forehead on the block. Gandhi said, the enemy is fear. We think the enemy is hate, but the enemy is fear. Coming out of this pose, find your way to Shavasana. Now, whatever Shavasana feels like for you, maybe you like Shavasana on your belly with your hands stacked under your forehead. Maybe you like it on your back. Maybe you like a blanket under your knees or a blanket under your head. And Marie Curie, Madame Curie, tells us this: nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more so that we may fear less. Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more so that we may fear less. And let's bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet to the mat. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Inhale a long breath. Exhale through the mouth. Allow your knees to fall gently to the right. Use your right elbow for a pillow. Rest for a moment in a fetal position. Curiosity will conquer fear even more than bravery will. Press into your right elbow. Use the strength of your left arm. Come to a comfortable seated position on your mat. Bring your hands to your heart, thumbs against the sternum. Om Namah Shivaya. I honor the child teacher within. May all creatures everywhere know peace and happiness. I thank you for practicing with me. The light that shines within me honors the light that shines within you. Namaste.